Hey, guys, welcome back and happy Thursday, which means obviously it's the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills recap day, story after story, headline after headline. So we're here to jump back into it. Again, I've said this multiple times and I'm going to keep saying it. We will be doing a live recap with Emily D. Baker right here on my channel, but not until tomorrow. So today we're just giving you all of the headlines. And another one has come out reporting that Erika Girardi's desert home has now sold for $1.2 million, even though Joe Rue Gomez is still owed $11 million from Tom, and he's set to be paid out of this about $585,000. Well, we have the details, and of course, Ronald Richards is active on Twitter again, so we're going to jump into all of that. But before we do, if you guys haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell, because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, let's jump right in.
It's time for all your binge-worthy pop culture news. Welcome to Up and Adam.
All right, guys, so according to Radar Online, Erika Girardi's second home has been officially sold as a part of the bankruptcy. According to the court documents obtained, the trustee presiding over the case has revealed that the 3-bedroom, 4-bathroom, 3,706 square feet, wow, home in La Quinta has now sold for $1.25 million. They said that the sale will bring over $730,000 into the estate, which will be used to pay back the Girardi's, well, many victims, including the Rue Gomez family, who's owed over $11 million. As Radar previously reported this year, Girardi was forced into a Chapter 7 bankruptcy, well, by numerous creditors. Obviously, we know that they're accusing him of running his business like a Ponzi scheme, and he owes tens of millions of dollars to his clients. Now we're hearing that he owes over $101 million. We did hear, I believe it was from Ronald Richards, or it was on Twitter somewhere, but we did hear that they have received about $40 million. The trustees, they've collected about $40 million of the $101 million, but that's not even half. While it does sound amazing, how much of that will the victims get? The creditors, the debtors, but most importantly, how much of that will the victims get? That's one of the biggest questions hanging over all of our heads, and that's the biggest question that everyone wants to know. Obviously, we know alongside the desert home, Girardi's estate is being sold off, including now the $10 million Pasadena mansion, which started off as $13 million, and they were saying at one point it was worth $16 million, but they're about $6 million off, and it still hasn't sold yet. So that's one thing. But Erika Girardi is also being sued for about $25 million, and they're in settlement talks at the moment. Of course, we know, we did a video on this, that her defense team did ask for an additional 2 weeks in order to get their stuff together to figure out what the settlement looks like, if they're able to come to an agreement, and how much Erika should actually pay back, because the defense team still feels like, well, Erika is innocent in all of this. Tom Girardi was the one who had the business. Tom Girardi was the one who was embezzling money, allegedly. Tom Girardi was the one who was letting Erika spend this money. So at the end of the day, her defense team, the whole defense, is that Tom Girardi is responsible for this, and Erika is an innocent party. But Ronald Richards is not letting them get away with that, obviously, because he's been relentless on Twitter, just letting us know what's going on. And he says, it doesn't matter. If you're spending the money, you're a part of it. You're married to this man. You spent over $14 million on an Amex card. Your tax deductions, that's a whole nother story. And there was over $20 million deposited into your business account. So you're responsible somehow, and your name was also on the tax returns. Doesn't look great for Erika. I want to talk about the Rue Gomez family for a second too, though, because if you guys missed The Housewife and the Hustler, you need to go back and watch it, because he suffered over 90% of his body. Well, his body suffered burns over 90% after the gas pipeline explosion. His girlfriend died in the incident, and Girardi scored an $11.5 million settlement for them, which he only ended up paying about $1 million out of it, which is absolutely ridiculous. He kept telling the family, listen, put this in a high interest account. I've done this for clients before. If you get this sort of money that you're not used to having, you'll spend through it. So at least let's have your money make money. And then finally, the Rue Gomez family, they were over getting the runaround, and they're like, we want our money now. Stop giving us the runaround. Just give us the money. And Tom Girardi, well, the voicemails were chilling. That's why you have to go back and watch the documentary. I feel like it really gave a voice to the victims, and it let us know exactly what was going on behind the scenes. Good job, ABC and Hulu. Now, to this day, the Ruy Gomez family has not been paid a dime except for the 1 million out of the 11, 12 million, which still, it sounds like a lot, but it's not even close to what the Ruy Gomez family, what they're actually owed. And the judge presiding over the bankruptcy actually recently signed off on the fact that they are now allowed to pursue Erika for the money, which is huge because, again, her defense team is maintaining she's innocent. So why would they let the Ruy Gomez family go after her money? But if you look at the records and you look at what she spent, it looks like she was allegedly spending a lot of money that was coming from the victims and the creditors and the debtors. So I kind of agree with what the judge says. Honestly, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter where the money's coming from at this point. The estate, Tom Girardi, Erika, they can figure it out. They can make sure that they're okay. But the victims, a lot of these people are just your everyday people. They haven't made $11, $12 million in their lifetime. And now after the injuries they've suffered, after the medical bills they have, they're not going to live as normal of a life as they would have. You guys will be fine. You'll figure it out. But for them, they deserve this. This kind of gets me heated just talking about it. Ronald Richards did go on Twitter and said, what does every attorney who worked at Girardi Keese as either an associate or a quasi-partner or manager have in common? The answer is not one of them has taken responsibility for the clients they were obligated to protect and serve or gifted back any of their bonuses or salaries. He's pretty much calling them all out like, where are you guys? Where have you been? Why are you not involved? And you obviously were around the firm, so why are you just going ghost now? He's saying they all have one thing in common. None of them are trying to help. Ronald Richards in his Twitter, but there's more. He also said public service announcement, the Girardi Keese firm was effectively closed on 12/18/20 when the involuntary bankruptcy petition was filed. In California, you have 1 year to sue your attorney other than Tom and Girardi Keese for malpractice. Contact our office for any questions. He's letting you guys know if there's something going on, if you feel like you have a shady attorney, if you're not getting your money or your settlement, then reach out because there's something that can be done, but you only have a year to do so. His last most recent tweet said, while we appreciate that not everyone may not understand our platform or why we use it, there is no dispute that the statute of limitations is approaching. We are calling on all YouTubers and people assisting victims to get this date out. 12/17/21 is a key date. All right. Well, we hear you and we put it out. Guys, I have questions for you, though. Do you think it's fair that the Ruy Gomez family is getting less than half of the sale of the second home, the La Quinta home? What are your thoughts on that? And do you also think that the Ruy Gomez family, that they will get back the full amount of money that's owed? Again, if Ronald Richards, congratulated the trustee for receiving or collecting over $40 million, my question at the end of the day is how much of that money goes to the debtors, the victims, the bankruptcy? How much of that goes to everyone but the victims, actually? I want to know, because there's $101 million that they have to collect from what we're gathering here. This is a lot. This is why we need Emily D. Baker. This is why we need Ronald Richards on. And again, we are going live tomorrow with Emily, so I will be asking her these questions because I'm curious at the end of this, if they collect $101 million, does that mean the victims are completely paid out? Or will there be so many other hands inside of the till that it's probably just not possible? Guys, go ahead and give me all of your unfiltered opinions because I know you have them. And don't forget, tomorrow night, we are also resuming our hot, messy topics for all of your unfiltered conversations, and you guys definitely bring them. The callers have been amazing. The chat has been amazing. It's a subscribers only live chat, and I am definitely looking forward to it. 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will see you guys there. Until then, have a beautiful Thursday. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. Now with that, we'll see you next time. Bye, guys.